Communication is not only about speaking beautifully, it's also about listening respectfully. The more you listen, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you speak. And that's the way you can make your communications better. And then you are able to put your thoughts in words, and that you can able to also make sentences. So listening is most important for our day-to-day life. Hi guys, welcome back to the day 10th of our journey of advancing our communication skill and learning daily speaking English. So, as for today, friend, we are going to discuss the most powerful skill in communications is active listening. Today, we will discuss and see the things how active listening is important and what is active listening and what people make during this active listening, and also we will try to find out how we can improve our active listening is. Then the first question is, guys, what is active listening is? Active listening means giving our complete attention to the speaker and trying to understand both the emotion and word of the speaker. I mean, when someone is talking or communicating with you, your first response is to you first have to carefully listening what other people is saying, then after you have to react. So for example, if your friend is telling you a story and in the middle of you are checking your phones and not putting your 100% attention towards what your friend is saying, that is not a active listening. Instead of that, active listening define that you are giving your 100% attention to speaker what he is saying, and you are maintaining your eye contact with your friend whatever he is saying and trying to ask questions in that after he complete his sentence. So first you have to need to properly listen what he is saying, after that you have to react. So this is what active listening means. Now we will try to discuss on different points of active listening in upcoming videos. Guys, there is a very common misunderstanding between people's between hearing and listening. Guys, let me tell you, hearing means when like takes an example that you are walking on a road and you are hearing vehicles sounds, bird sounds and people talking, that is a hearing. Means you are not paying your attention, not trying to listen what is happening around you, that is hearing. And what listening is, that you are putting your attention to the speaker what he is saying, you are trying to understand and applying and trying to learn things from that. For example, whatever in a classroom teacher is saying something and explaining topics, so you are putting your 100% attention towards teachers, that is listening. So in one sentence, hearing happens with our ears, but listening is happen when you put your attention and giving or and trying to understand things with your mind. So that is the difference between hearing and listening. I hope that you now can differentiate between hearing and listening. So now the question is, why is active listening is important and why we are discussing this topic? Cause guys, this is a very important topic in communications. So it's help you in lot of different ways. A better listening help you in better relationship, better learning, better in your job field. Like take some example, we'll try to take some examples and then we are able going to understand. Like you are top in relationship, like you are talking with your partners and you are not putting attention towards what your partner is saying, then this may be a cause of conflict because you are not putting your attention what your partner is saying, and that got your partner angrier. So in relationship you also have to put your attention. In job fields, whatever your boss is saying, I mean your manager and your seniors are advising you, you have to listen those things carefully and trying to implement in your work so you are able to improve. Also in our classrooms and in our learning fields, we also put our 100% attention to our teachers and our lecturers so that we are able to understand the things, and then we are able to put those things in our active listening is also important for a better communications. When you are giving your complete attention in a communications, it got less misunderstanding, and also it's improve our communications that we are able to fully understand other thoughts. So that's it how we will help. Also in education fields, as students put their 100% attention towards teachers, what they are explaining and what they are talking, so that we are able to do better in our exams and also get a proper result after doing this type of things. I mean, this is so much help in different ways. When we put our 100% listening, then we use active listening in our day-to-day life. So that's how active listening help in our daily lives. Also, these are the things we will try to do in our active listenings, and it also help in our communications. The more you listen, the more you are able to learn, the more you are able to think, and then you are able to put your thoughts in words, and that you can able to also make sentences. So listening is most important for our day-to-day life. Whenever we are talking with someone, we try to put proper attention towards and on listening. So what are the good sign of an active listener? The first is maintaining eye contact. Second is not interrupting between communications and trying to ask questions and pointing important topics in your communications. These are the things that help you to that you are putting your 100% listening power in those communications. So that's way you see that you are a good listener or not. So now we will discuss how we can able to improve our active listening. So the first thing we need to do is that whenever is we are listening something, like anything you are watching or you are listening any type of podcast, first you have to do that is maintaining your eye contact and trying to understand both the words and the emotions what a speaker is saying. And the second thing is not interrupting between is what the speaker is saying. You have to wait for your chance to speak after completely listening and understanding what other people try to say. You just have to listen, you also have to observe the emotions, words, tone in speaking. These things will help you gradually in your improving your listening power. You can try different type of way to improve your listening power. The first you can do that, you can do this type of things like listening English podcast, listening English news channels and English speeches, and also English interviews. Like in a sport, after the game ends, lots of players give introductions and what happened during the play time. So you are also able to listen those things and able to improve your communication skill. I mean, able to improve your listening power. Let's take an example. Suppose that you are coming from your exam hall and your mother asks you how's your exam go, and you are using your phone and you are not putting attention to what your mother trying to ask, and you just say yeah it's go well, and then the conversation end. Instead of that, when you come home and your mother asks well, how is your exams for today, and you reply yeah it's go well, but the exam is too difficult, but I have done lot of questions I can able to attend. So that's how communications build it. And when you try to put your 100% in listening and speaking, that's how communication go longer. So whenever you try to speak with someone, you try to make your communications longer. You can also apply these things like listening properly in your daily life, like with whenever you communication with your friends, families and teachers and your society peoples, you can apply these things and trying to listen carefully. In that way you are able to improve your active listening. If you also want to see that how active listening is going to help in you or real life, you can try these things and do for just 1 or 2 days. Whenever you are speaking with someone, try to put attention what people is saying. Try, if you also want to see the real life result of these things, you first have to do these things in your 1 or 2 days, then you are able to get the result. You have to, in any type of communication, you just have to do the two things. First, you don't need to interrupt what people, what your partner is saying. First thing is you don't have to interrupt what your partner is saying, and the second thing is try to listen until the end. When he complete his sentence, then try to speak. This help you to make your communication longer, and you can also ask some follow-up questions in those topics, so that's way you are able to improve yourself in active listening. So overall conclusion of this video is communication is not only about speaking beautifully, it's also about listening respectfully. The more you listen, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you speak. And that's the way you can make your communications better. Guys, thank you for watching day 10 of advancing our communication skills and leveling up daily. So thank you for today. So I shall see you tomorrow with a valuable communication skill. Until then, take care and keep learning and keep practicing. Thank you.